It's me again. This time I'm answering the Build a Climate for Innovation, Use Your Guts question of, do you make tough decisions when it comes to allocating resources? Yes. Every decision that we make about allocating resources is a difficult decision. And the reason I say that is because someone is always going to feel like whatever the problem is that they have surfaced is the number one most important issue to discuss. Oftentimes in a group that I led, since I was working frequently with our administrative services, that's a group that has functions that move across several of our clinical areas, whether it be the behavioral health, the primary care, the psychiatric prescribers, a simple front desk, records, right? There's a lot of spaces that their work happens. So every single one of those groups has these burning fires of a problem that they insist we focus on. Anytime it was necessary for us to begin a new project, we went through a relentless process of first weighing the different problems that were coming in through the pipeline using an objective matrix, right? Not just how we felt about the problem, but how it objectively was impacting our clients, right? We often had to make very difficult decisions based on that allocation of resources. Also based on the fact that I was strictly against wrestling more than one alligator at a time, right? As I stated in my first video, I did not believe in solving every problem at once. One problem at a time. What's first? And sometimes one problem actually ended up being several problems housed within one another, and we would still take each of those one at a time. So allocating resources was certainly never simple, and it was important to recognize the emotional cost related to the changes that were taking place. So sometimes allocating those resources included taking time to stop, freeze things where they were, and not solve anything. Instead of solving things at that point, it was to solidify and standardize what we had already created and to recognize our emotional connection to those pieces of work and to one another, to do a lot of team building exercises and to openly and honestly discuss how these changes were affecting us emotionally. So those are my contributions for this week. Sorry if they're kind of long. I hope that this is useful for kicking off a discussion.